Well,
But let's get into the next topic, man. UFC fights in 2021, man. I know we got a lot of big fights coming up in the 2021. The Burns versus Usman is going to happen this year. It didn't happen at the end of last year, so it's going to happen this year. Hey, what are you looking forward to this year and 2021 for UFC?
I don't know. I almost feel like some things need to revolve first before I can get excited about what's coming up, you know?
Yeah,
So if you look at the UFC fights coming up, then you don't really have like, man, I'm excited about McGregor versus Poirier too. Kind of.
I'm kind of excited
Yeah,
about it. I'm gonna watch it because it's McGregor, but it's not one of those things that
exactly.
tickle my toes.
Yeah,
So
exactly. So or Max Holloway's coming back to fight. He's fighting Calvin Qatar. I think it's Cater actually. Calvin Cater.
yeah.
That,
He's coming off a controversial loss,
yeah.
and I feel like he's gonna fight his way back into a championship fight again. And it's one of those things where if both the fights of championship was a controversy, Max Holloway should come back with a vengeance, and I feel like he's gonna win this next fight.
But
And
also,
that's not even a pay-per-view fight,
yeah, it's
man.
a fight night card. But also,
Yeah,
with that being said, when you hear the fight and you think about it, you go, okay, yeah, cool.
yeah. There is no fight as of right now. There is no fight in 2021 that makes me go, "Ooh, I gotta see that."
Yeah. So we're gonna need some things to come together. Do I want to see GSP versus
Come
Khabib?
together
No, not at all. Come on,
right
GSP is
now.
like 42. Stay retired. You know,
Exactly.
maybe McGregor. Let's say McGregor wins, and Khabib says, "No, no, I'm actually gone," and we get maybe McGregor versus Gaethje. I can get excited about
That
that.
that would be a good fight though, because that'd be a stand up. Let's see who can knock the person out first,
Yeah,
and that'd be more of a technique fight too,
or maybe
because stand up game is pretty good on both ends.
yeah, or maybe we get John Jones actually decides to move up to heavyweight and then fights Stipe. He beats Stipe because I'm like, I'm excited about the fight, but I'm like, okay, but I don't want him to fight Francis Ngannou when he first gets up there. Maybe if he fights Stipe, wins against Stipe, Francis fights again, maybe wins or not, and then we get that fight for the title.
That's a big money fight.
Him defending the belt that he already won because he beat the best, and then he's fighting him. Haha. Now I can be excited about seeing it. But him coming up to heavyweight and then fighting Francis Ngannou, not really. You know,
What about John Jones going back to 205 and fighting the 185 champ?
Adesanya,
Yeah,
meh.
Adesanya saying that fight is going to happen by the end of the year, man.
If it happens, it happens. But that fight is so when we say fights that we're looking at for 2021, I'm trying to be as realistic as I possibly can.
That's a realistic fight, man.
I don't know about that.
I'm just saying, there's a lot of shit talking on both
It
ends.
is
It only takes one phrase or one word, a bitch, to get put in a sentence, and then all of a sudden there's a fight happening.
also true. But, gone are the days that we've got just like, man, if he fights, I'm going to be there. Your Anderson
Yeah,
Silvas, all those guys. So I need something to revolve at the beginning of 2021 and then get put together. Maybe Kayla Harrison does something spectacular at 145 and then comes to the UFC and now
that
she's
shit ain't happen.
she's another one of those juggernauts that Amanda Nunez is going to fight. Cuz
Amanda Nunes,
there's no one else
Amanda
though.
Nunes is uh, ways above anybody right now that can compete against her.
Correct.
Now,
But there's no
before we
one
get
else with
off
that
the,
pedigree though.
you're right. Before we get the last 44 seconds, I'm going to ask this question too. What is your dream fight for 2021? Let the people know.
Probably Gaethje versus Connor would be a dream fight, or that's about it. You know,
My dream fight is Colby Covington versus Street Jesus. I want to see it.
That's a good one.
I want to see it
That's a good
because the
one.
shit talking that will be involved with that and the promos leading up to that and all the one-liners that I can get from Street Jesus will be infamous.
That's a good one. Or Street Jesus versus Connor at 165 finally for a new title. I can get on. I
True.
can get on board with that.
I don't know if that's gonna
It's
happen though.
not. It's not gonna happen.
But because I think Street Jesus is too big for Connor, and I don't think Connor's gonna take that fight. But Connor has fought somebody that is bigger than him at one point in time, which is Nate Diaz, and he did beat him in the second fight.
Barely.
So I that's controversial in my eye, but the judges said he beat him. So we'll see.
We'll
We'll
see.
see. 2021 is turning out to be right now. Wait and see.
Yeah.
Because we got a lot of stuff that's happening, especially with this pandemic situation that we have to wait and see. And by the end of the year, we can probably be kicking it up. Then Dana might be putting on some cards after cards. Then man, because Dana be there's some cards last year at the end of the year that we thought were trash garbage that turned out to be
Straight fire.
straight fire. So
Wow.
I'm not gonna put anything past Dana right now. Nothing.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, see, there's never. Last thing before we move over to our NFL predictions, as I'm looking at the rankings list and I'm sort of putting things together, there's never two in a situation to where it's like, yo, that's it right there. Because you got like T City, Brian Ortega. I like him. When he came back,
Yeah.
he looked good against the Korean Zombie. But then it's like, okay, well, who is he gonna fight for the title? Alexander Volkanovski. Yeah, okay. I mean, I'll watch it,
I don't.
but I'm
I
not
don't
so
really like
excited.
Alexander though.
I'm not
excited.
excited about that. You
I'd
know?
be more excited about Max Holloway versus
Yeah.
Brian Ortega.
But then again, we seen it. So
We haven't seen the new and approved.
yeah, but still, we seen it. So it's never anything, as you look at any of these lists, I'm looking at all of the rankings, there's never anybody like Kobe Covington, that's good. He'll fight Kamaru. Oh, okay.
We already seen that though.
Yeah.
But we have not seen Kobe Covington versus
Street Jesus.
Street Jesus.
Right. And that's not even, title implications. There's no title fight where we're like, or Francis Ngannou. Yeah. Stipe. Yeah, or whatever. So we need,
I don't like watching Stipe fight though. That's just me personally. I don't like watching him fight.
So we need some stuff to evolve. We need some people to come out. We need somebody to drop a who the fuck are you, kind of thing to where we're like, yo, and then fight one of the big dogs.
I think 2022 might be better than 2021.
I think so. I think it's gonna.
Who knows
better.
though? Who knows though? Because I think Dana's gonna pull a rabbit out of the hat, man. Seriously.
Yeah.
Because he pulled some shit out of his ass at the end of the year last year,
Damn,
and I didn't expect it coming. And I saw some great fights. So there's some new up and comers that's going to challenge those who are title belt holders at this time. I can't wait to see it.
Can't wait. Booyah.